Welcome, everyone, to Cinema Regulars, the movie review show where we see so many movies in theaters that the employees know us by name, and they don't ask us what movies we're seeing, they ask us how many. Now, let me address the Isaac in the room. Isaac, you're back!
I'm back. I'm not dead,
You're not,
despite popular belief.
despite it all, you aren't dead. You have
I'm not
returned,
dead.
just in time for spooky season, our favorite season
It's spooky month.
for movies. But in the spooky season, we will be looking at 3 horror movies today. We'll be starting off with The Strangers Chapter 2. Other than that, we'll be taking a look at Bone Lake, and then we'll be rounding off with Good Boy, the new dog horror movie. Dog protagonist.
Dog
Interesting.
protagonist.
As always, guys, be sure to subscribe because it really helps us out, and feel free to use the timestamps below to skip around to your favorite movie, or just skip ahead to the ranking if that's all you care about. So without further ado, Isaac, why don't you take us away with our first movie, The Strangers Chapter 2.
It's been a while. After learning that one of their victims, Maya, is still alive, 3 masked maniacs return to finish the job. With nowhere to run and no one to trust, Maya soon finds herself in a brutal fight for survival against psychopaths who are more than willing to kill anyone who stands in their way.
Okay. I want to preface this by saying I was in hard denial when we reviewed
Yeah,
Strangers Chapter 1. I gave it a 6 out of 10 when it's really about a
yeah,
3. And that's just because I
yeah.
really love the original Strangers movie, and
It's a great movie.
Strangers Pray at Night, while totally not a great movie, it's still got a special place in my heart for certain reasons. But the first chapter one, Dookie, it's just a remake of the original, but just way worse in every conceivable way. I wanted to
True.
give Strangers Chapter 2 the benefit of the doubt because they're kind of starting over and doing like a new trilogy direction. It's going to be one full story kind of thing. I was interested to see where that was going, and now not so much.
Yeah, so first up, one of the biggest like I honestly have like no positives to say about this movie. So we're just going to go right into the pitfalls. Um this this movie it has what Kellen has very very eloquently put Hawkeye syndrome is
Hawkeye
this is called The
syndrome.
Strangers. Yeah, this movie is called The Strangers. There's like a good like 30 minutes of this movie, 30 40 minutes of this movie where they are not on screen at all. Half the movie is us watching this woman stumble through the
She's
woods.
running from the stranger. Okay, for everyone out of the loop, which is everyone, I've come up with the term Hawkeye syndrome over the Hawkeye show, where it's called Hawkeye. You assume it's going to be about Hawkeye, but he's not the main character whatsoever. He's a side character in the show named after himself. And that's you see that everywhere. You know, they say it's this movie, and then they spend the whole movie like looking at something else and not about the thing we came here to see.
Yeah.
Um
Well, like they can't. So they come out swinging in the first like 15 minutes of the movie. Like I lied. That is one thing I like is the whole hospital scene.
that was the one thing. The one thing that I looked at the screen and I was like, "Ooh, that was good." Was when the nurse was outside on a smoke break or whatever, and you see and it cuts to like different like establishing shots of like the hallways and whatever, showing that the hospital's empty, and then it cuts back to the door where she was smoking at, and she's gone, and it's just a blood smear on the window.
Yeah,
That was
I really
good. I
liked a
was
lot
like,
of the.
ooh. I was like, ooh. And then they didn't
I
do
also
anything
really
else like that.
yeah. I really like the continuous shots that they did, like when she was sneaking around. That was kind of cool. I liked it. But other than that, like a lot of the rest of the movie is like kind of confusing flashbacks, and also just like again they're not in the movie. It focuses more on Maya than it does the strangers.
Right. Well, I mean,
Like
the
like
strangers are the bad guys, so that makes sense. I mean, that was the
I
case in the
guess.
original Strangers as well. That didn't even really show up for the first 20 minutes.
But that's what makes those flashbacks so confusing is that you're billing Maya as the main character. So when you have these flashbacks for the strangers,
Yeah.
it's like it's a little confusing as to who it is. And speaking of said flashbacks, Kellen, let's go on to well, and I don't want to break it down scene by scene. What I'm saying is like, Kellen, tell him the thing you don't like about the movie.
Okay, I don't like that they're fucking doing the flashbacks at all. Because the cool thing about the strangers is that it doesn't matter who they are. It's just any random freak who throws on a mask and comes knocking at any random door just to kill you just because they want to. That's what's scary
Yeah.
about the strangers is that you don't know who they are. And they start
Mhm.
giving you backstory on who it is. Like the pinup girl. They give pinup girl backstory here. They fucking zoom in on her face before they cut to the first flashback, so you already know who it is the entire movie. So that's stupid. And then the worst thing they could have possibly done is give backstory for Tamara.
Yeah.
Tamara does not need a backstory. Tamara doesn't even need to really exist. She shouldn't exist. That was the whole gimmick, is that they knock on the door, they say, "Is Tamara here?" And then they're like, what? No? And then they go, and then they come back. It's just a ruse to, like, knock on the door and seem, it's like, "Oh, hey, I'm looking for my friend." And they're like, "Oh, you got the wrong house." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, sorry, bye." That's just sneaky confirmation that there's people, there's victims up and about in the house that you can attack.
Yeah.
It's a clever ruse. It's not really anything that needed setup or like, oh, why the name Tamara, or oh, why do they ask if she's here? Like, I don't need that. It wasn't necessary. It was fine on its own. It was kind of like a I always thought that was cool. Like the "Is Tamara here" in the first movie. I thought that was like a cool tagline. Like I'd put that on a T-shirt or a pin or something. And people, if you get the reference, you get the reference. If you don't, you know. But now that this movie's out, it's fucking ruining the shit. I don't want to wear that now.
Yeah.
We didn't need unnecessary.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the fact that this is both the second part of apparently a trilogy now.
Yeah, I dread the next movie.
And yeah, especially because they left this off on like such a weird spot. Like the ending of this movie, fucking dog shit for what they did. I'm not gonna say what they did,
yeah,
because
dude,
yeah,
I thought it was like a terrible cliffhanger to leave people off on Hell House LLC Lineage we saw a few months ago, and I'm like, no, you can't leave it there. This was like,
where do you even go from here is the question. Like,
this was like some dude walking up to the camera, whipped out his limp, flaccid dick, and then it just cuts to black and says, "To be continued." I'm like, I don't even, what? That was so nothing. I don't even want to see that. I don't want to see what follows up out of this. What even happens? What could you even possibly
exactly?
I don't know. This movie's shit. Let's go to the rankings.
It really is, and yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I'll start us off being the resident stranger head. This is a fucking 2 out of 10, dude. There's some stuff that's like kind of creative, like the cinematography is great. There was that single shot. But like, dude, come on. I don't know who's writing the story on this, but you're dropping the ball really hard, man.
Yeah, I'm actually giving this movie a 3 out of 10 solely for one reason, and it's kind of what's gatekeeping my 2s at this point, and that's Mickey 17 existing.
You can put it on par with that.
It is, but I gave Mickey 17 a 3, and Mickey 17 is worse than this. So
you are just
I would rather watch
on Mickey 17.
I would rather watch this again then watch Mickey 17.
Yeah, probably.
Fuck
do
that
too.
shit.
But, I mean, it's different, you know.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. It's very low 3 out of 10.
Fair enough.
But it's still down there, so.
Moving on to our next movie, we have Bone Lake. Isaac, take us away the description, please.
Diego and Sage's romantic vacation at a secluded lakeside estate gets upended when they're forced to share a mansion with a mysterious and attractive couple. Their dream getaway soon spirals into a nightmarish maze of sex, lies, and manipulation as terrifying secrets come to light, triggering a bloody battle for survival.
Can I just say everyone in this movie sucks?
Yeah, they're all like the only person in the movie that is actually like the best, like the objective like best person in the movie is Diego, and that's solely because he's the only one who's not like a piece of shit. Like
But even then, he's got moments where he's like, dude, come on.
he's just
man.
a cuck. That's the problem.
Well,
Like, that's what he's billed as, but
Well,
like
she hates,
he's just a little baby wimp boy.
Sage hates her husband. Diego's just trying to write a book. She don't like him. And then when the fucking other couple come in, start raising hell and, you know, spreading rumors and shit, you know, it's like, oh, your husband was coming on to me. And she's like, what? And I'm like, you don't fucking want to come on to him. Why do you care all of a sudden? Oh, but he was... Blah, 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 blah. You're a bitch.
You don't
okay?
want to have sex with your husband unless he shoves something inside of you that isn't his penis.
Damn!
Like,
That's true. That's true.
That was a big thing. What was the line? Oh, I wish I remembered the line. They said something, and like we looked at it, like you looked at me, and you're like, damn, like fuck. I wish I remembered what it was. Diego said something, and I can't remember what it was.
I don't know, probably something destroying her. Man, that was crazy. I would hate to be anybody in this movie. For multiple reasons. Let me just say this. This feels like leftover casserole. You know when you got like some chicken, some turkey, a little potatoes in there, and then your mom just kind of just throws it all into one dish and reheats it in the oven, and then that's dinner. That's what this movie is. That's what this movie is. There was a little bit of Barbarian because it starts off with like, oh, two guys and they accidentally rented the same Airbnb kind of thing, and it's weird. You got a little bit of Don't Blink, where, you know, you're out in this fancy house and something's wrong and that. What was the other one? Fuck, what was the one it's most like? I forget.
Oh,
It's a lot of...
Nope, I'm blanking.
I'm blanking too.
It's like, yeah. It's a lot of random stuff that we've seen in other movies just thrown together.
Exactly. It's not really a lot new. You know what I mean? Like it's just like we've seen these tropes and all these stuff before. And then it's just I wasn't surprised by any of the twists that they made. The only thing I
was disgusted by a twist, and that was the only thing.
It's true. The only thing I can confidently say about the movie is that at some points they acted like real people. Oh, that's what the other one was. It was fucking Speak No Evil, which we also hated. It was a lot. There was a lot similar in common. There was a lot of common DNA with Speak No Evil, and that's not a good thing. But
I don't even remember that movie.
Good.
like you say that, and literally nothing comes to my brain.
You remember that the kid, and he goes, "You're not looking at the thing I'm doing." Where he cuts his he cuts his tongue. Remember that? Because they cut his tongue out.
That shit.
Yeah, I
forgot about that.
What this movie was like. It was a lot in common with that. But in its favor against Speak No Evil is that the main couple, they acted like humans. You know, they would the other couple, they would say something like crazy, and then they're just like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
What? And I'm just like, thank you for having a normal, actual human response to this deranged comment. But that was the
Yeah,
only
like
kind of like cathartic thing in the entire movie. I'm sorry.
no, the movie was like the characters actually felt like real, and that was the best part.
They were
I
real
think about
assholes,
this.
but they felt real.
Yeah, they felt believable
Yeah.
is the word that we're looking for. And uh the other thing is like we went to go see this movie. I remembered vaguely, I remember the trailer vaguely, but like the poster of this movie is like a girl coming out of the water, and like it's all like red, and there's like skulls under the water.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Oh, this is cool." And then the movie opens up where you see like two people being chased through the
Oh
woods.
my god! Fucking did not. That opening scene is the only thing I bother to associate this movie with, and I didn't even think to bring that up first.
Yeah.
Anyway, honors all yours for the opening shot.
Yeah, because yeah, like this movie starts with like two people being chased through the woods naked,
Naked.
and like they're like bound, and like they're like arrows are being shot at them. One ends up in this dude in like one of their backs, and like there's this moment where they're just like standing there, and all of a sudden they do a smash cut to a close up of this man's junk, and then an arrow pierces his nutsack.
Like through both
Like
testicles.
just yeah, like just and it's like he's like
a-
screaming, and then like
fucking. The first 2 minutes of this movie, and I'm flashbang with a scrote kebab, and I'm like, I was not aware I was signing up for this.
but like that made it seem like okay, so do we have like a most dangerous game type deal going on? Like like is someone luring people out here and hunting them? Is that what this is? Cuz that would be cool.
That would be
That
cool.
that's what I thought it was. That would be cool. And then the rest of the movie is just this other couple being sus as fuck
And
for like a majority of it. And what's even worse is you're sitting there also like you know they're lying. Like there are moments where you catch them lying, but also like
I'm sorry to keep interrupting you, but you can tell like super fucking obviously almost right away that you guys are setting this up, you're lying and you're gonna kill us. They're not hiding it.
yeah, it's like there's like some parts like in the beginning where they the way they get kind of away with it is that they act a lot more like an influencer couple kind of thing, where they're just like, you know, just they act weird, like because that's what people like that do.
Yeah.
And so like you could
Eccentric.
perceive it as yeah, you could perceive it as they're just fucking weird, or at least they're just more like you said eccentric.
Yeah.
And like but then like they do that for like half the movie, and then they start definitely peppering in like
Yeah.
lies that you could definitely tell
And he's
that they're fucking with them.
he fucking steals
And it's like
he fucking steals Diego's like engagement ring and then gives it to his girlfriend, and Diego lets him have it. I'm like, dude,
yeah,
that's
like
like a, oh, just come on, you gotta do a bro a favor. It's like, no,
and
give
he
that
does.
back.
He tries to do that. The other guy's like, "Come on, man! Like she's cheating on me,
She's
you know?
cheating on me,
I
man.
saw
Do
the
a bro
ring and
a
I saw the
favor. I'll
answer."
give
And
it
he's like,
back for no. Fuck you,
"Like
man.
you
can't do
fucking
that.
stole a family heirloom, you
I
motherfucker!"
know. I'm like, it's just like, no.
Like,
How about not? And then the movie ends abruptly, and it's
yeah,
one of
like
those
the
abrupt
only
endings,
like
you're not ending
action.
there. There's no way. You're
Yeah,
ending there.
the
And then they
only
do.
action part of the only action part of the movie is in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, and they were pretty decent. 15
Like,
minutes. All the gore was really good.
oh yeah, the gore was great. The blood like everywhere was really cool. I didn't like. Thought it was weird. The other thing is the ending of the movie where they're like after everything's done, they're just sitting there and then they start laughing at each other, and I'm like, oh cool. They're like they're laughing at the situation and all that. That's cool. And I'm like, oh, that's a cool ending. And then they just like stop.
Yeah, they
They're
just
like,
like
ha 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 ha.
and then roll credits. And I'm like, dog, come on,
Yeah,
quit doing
and then
that
the
shit.
credits roll, and I'm like, okay, are they just like, are they traumatized now or what? Like,
I
are they
would
gonna
be.
stay
I don't
together?
fucking know. Let's roll the credits on this on this movie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. You know, it was all right. You know, decently
yeah.
acted, decently shot, decently effect. It's just like a lot of stuff we've seen before and seen better before, frankly.
Yeah, same here. It's a 5 out of 10 for me. This movie was just pretty meh. Like it was kind of nothing. Like a lot went on and a lot of stuff happened, and there was a lot of stuff that you were meant to be like, oh, is this still happening? And literally the only reason why they avoided my detection for so long was because I was expecting something different from this movie.
Yeah, like there was gonna be a
So
killer hunting all four of them. You know,
yeah,
book two couples at the same Airbnb. You know, and then get them arguing with each other, and they're all separated and confused and angry. They don't trust each other, and then I come in with the tomahawk. You know, I'm like that would have been cool. You know,
yeah,
stir
yeah,
shit
like
up,
something like that.
steal
You know what?
steal this
Something
steal
like
this girl's bracelet. You know, drop it in the other girl's room. You know, steal her panties, put it in the boy under the boyfriend's pillow. You know, and it's like what, babe? I don't know what's going on. Oh, I hate you. And then
yes,
they're
so that
like,
way you can like have an
yeah,
actual like
yeah, yeah. You're just
reason to
like
split
pulling
them up.
strings from behind the scenes, mess them all up, fuck with two couples at
And then
once,
once they're all
and they
split
just
up, then you can take them out one by
and then you
one.
just go
Like
killing. Better
yeah,
movie right there. Better movie.
yeah. So
So that's that. Anyways, moving on to our last movie of the night, we have Good Boy. Isaac, take us away, please.
a man moves into a new home that has supernatural forces lurking in the shadows. As dark entities start to threaten him, his brave dog comes to the rescue. His good boy, if you will.
Damn straight he does. I love this movie.
He is a This movie is great. I have like almost like really no complaints about this movie. Like actually at all.
Yeah.
This movie was just beautifully done.
Mm-hmm.
And uh the but I honestly the thing that makes me love this movie the most is the thing that will make me love almost any movie. Like it automatically goes up several rungs is how much goes into the production. How much like actual effort goes into it. It's
Yeah.
why claymated movies are always hold a special place in my heart because even if the movie is bad, you can still see all the time and effort and like work that went into it.
Exactly.
So like there's that you the ending of this movie where they like kind of take you through the production process of this movie makes this movie like so good. Like it's so good.
Yeah, they added in like a bonus behind the scenes kind of thing instead of an end credit scene, where they would go through explaining how they did like it took like 3 years to shoot all the footage because it was just him, his wife, and his dog. That's the entire film crew.
The dog who by the way, they cannot stress it enough, doesn't know he's in a movie.
Yeah, he was not like acting at all. Like this was just
He's not a
him
trained dog.
looking at his looking at whatever, and then they're just shooting what he does. He wasn't trained to do any of this stuff. It was all like subtle manipulation, like the like his wife just like whistling and like beckoning him over, and then that's where he would trot up to certain
Yeah.
places to freaking hit his marks and that. Because I was watching the movie and I was like, man, this is great. Like whoever's doing the animal training on this movie deserves an Oscar just for that, because like this dog is such a good actor. He's hitting every single mark, and like there was one shot where the camera was like underneath a table, and you can see the door over in this far corner and the window in that far corner, and the dog starts off by the door and then comes around and then looks out the window. So the camera's perfectly framed to see both of those at the same time. Like, that dog can hit his marks. This is amazing. And then he comes out and he's just
I
like,
think that's what...
it's my dog. He's just doing shit.
Which made some stuff even cooler, cause like they had shots of the dog when he was younger, and it was just them actually like just having fun with the dog. Like, that was cool. Yeah. Like, good establishing shots.
Did they
and
adopt
also
this dog to have him in mind to make this movie, and they started filming back then, or was that just footage from when he brought the dog home and then they just put it in the movie?
I like to think the second one. That's what I like to think. That's my personal thinking. I think,
but sign for my movie.
Yeah, I think that the fact that the dog isn't trained is what makes it work.
Yeah.
Because it's just a dog reacting to things. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what it is. It's not a dog that they're training to, like, hey, look, like they just do multiple takes until he looks right. Exactly. And it's like it's just a dog reacting, which makes it feel so much real. Mm-hmm. Like they say in this behind the scenes, it's like at no point was the dog ever like actually frightened by anything he saw by anything. Yeah, but like you could see terror in that dog's eyes.
Well, yeah, because they did like the camera trick, and it works. It works. The editing, immaculate. Acting, immaculate. Yeah, I thought
there's not much to really say about like the plot of the movie, because again, there's not a lot of dialogue.
I don't even want to say a lot about the plot of the movie.
Yeah. But I do have to bring up one shot in particular, because it's the coolest fucking shot in the whole movie. There's this part, because he goes down into the basement and he sees this like doorway in the basement, like this empty doorway or whatever. And they do like a close zoom up shot of the dog's eye, and you can see the reflection of the doorway in it. And then they do what is probably the best jump scare I've ever seen, which is like this thing just like comes crawling out of the thing at the dog, and you see it in its eye.
You see, like,
and that was like
reach out, like in the pupil, reflected in the pupil. You see the hand reach out at him, and I was like, oh, that was good.
Yeah, it was very good. This movie does something that we've talked about a lot recently, which is, and it's good to see again, is the return of dread horror.
Yeah.
It's what this is.
Banking on like jump scares, like that's Blumhouse's business, okay? That's girlfriend horror. You take your high school sweetheart out on a date to spooky horror movie, and then she jumps up on your arm at every single goofy thing. That's what it's PG-13 horror. You take your girlfriend to get all scared. That's what Blumhouse is. This is shit that'll keep you up at night.
Yeah, no, like I'll find myself thinking about this movie every once in a while. It's just very well done, and he really is a good boy. He's such a good boy.
If he was not listed as best boy in the cast, what are they doing? Great movie. Cannot recommend enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on to the rankings, then, I'm going to give this a solid fucking 8 out of 10. This is a phenomenal horror movie, and something that had a lot of effort and heart put into it, and you can feel every ounce of it. Highly recommend.
I'm giving this movie a 9 out of 10. I love this movie so much. I was blown away by this, and then on top of it, after being blown away by this movie, having the reveal of the struggle they had to go through to even make this movie was just it's amazing. It's so good.
This has to win some kind of award this year. There's no way it doesn't.
There's no way. If it doesn't,
it's gonna be robbed.
It's a crime.
Robbed. Bro, I dread whatever the fucking Oscars are gonna look like for this year. Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh. The Oscars didn't look very great last year either.
Nope. Anyways, that should wrap up our podcast here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Isaac, could you give our lovely viewers a little sneak peek at what we could be looking at next time?
Yeah.
I will give you a little sneak peek at what we'll be looking
Yes.
at next
I know
time.
one of them.
So we have another triple feature coming up soon, but we still got to do a little backtracking here because we're doing a twofer next time. We'll be looking at the new Tron Ares movie, and we'll be looking at Roofman. You know, a high budget action movie, low rom com.
Yeah.
Both ends of the spectrum here. It's interesting. So we'll be looking forward to those two. Both that'll be fun reviewing those. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please, please, please subscribe because it keeps us going back to the theaters and coming back here with more videos for you. And until next time, guys, that's a wrap.
Roll credits. Hey, I'm here to say it that
He
time.
said the thing.